Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to another 10WT tip, where every single week we teach you how to form the healthy habits that will transform your body and your life. At the 10-Week Transformation, we teach you a 5-step framework. We start by helping you build your big, which is your why behind your fitness. Number 2, we help you set your success indicator, which is where you want to be by a particular date. Number 3, we help you identify your progress indicators. These are the weekly goals that will inevitably allow you to make progress towards your overall goal. Number 4, we help you plan your pills, and these are the micro habits that will set you up for success so that you can still achieve those weekly goals amidst the chaos of your life. And number 5, we help you set up your scoreboard so that you get the feeling of game on. If you do these habits, they're going to be rock solid, your self-confidence is going to grow, and then you'll be on the path to your best you. Every single week, we help individuals who are hungry for growth, people just like yourself, optimize their potential and get closer to the best version of themselves. I'm your host, Nick Carrier, and today I'm super excited to talk about how much weight you should use when you're strength training. This is such an important question to address and such an important thing to be able to know, because of all the different things that I have done for my fitness training career, I've done probably 5 or 6 different group class type platforms and coached for group class companies, and I've coached on Echelon, and I've done personal training, and I've just coached hundreds and thousands and thousands and thousands of people when it comes to their fitness, and I have seen this problem almost more so than any other problem more regularly, and that is just not being intentional about the weight that you're picking up. Because so many of us, how easy is it just to pick up the weight that we've always picked up in the past? Because I know that I fall into traps like that sometimes, just picking up the weight that I've picked up in the past because I know it, and I know that it's going to challenge me, but it's not necessarily going to take me to the next level. But so many people will just reach for the 10s because that's what they've always done. They've reached for the 20s because that's what they've always done, and they don't necessarily have confidence to stretch themselves to go to the next level. And so it's really important, not just from a personal development, challenging yourself type perspective, but also from a physiological perspective. If you don't take yourself to the next level, if you don't challenge yourself past what you've done in the past, then you're never going to make it to the next level. You're never going to get to the level of strength that you want to get to. You're never going to build the muscle that you want to get to. So it's really important to address this question of how much weight should I use when strength training? And so in order to answer that question most effectively and most accurately, we first have to ask, okay, what's your goal? What's your goal? And so currently I'm in the stage of working towards my goal of improving on my bench press, improving on my back squat. However, during the time of my recording, I just recently hurt my knee when I was running, and so I have to take a brief pause on the back squat goal. But anyways, I was trying to increase my strength. I was trying to increase my 1 rep max. I was trying to see how much force I could produce for 1 rep of those exercises. And so that provides a different optimal amount of weight that I should use compared to if I was just looking to build muscle mass, because there is a difference between building muscle mass and building strength. Now, they can happen simultaneously, but if I'm looking to optimize my strength, then I'm going to have 1 level of rep count and weight choice. If I'm having to looking to optimize building my muscle, then I'm going to have 1 level of weight selection and rep count. And then if I'm looking to build my muscular endurance and be able to produce force for a longer period of time, produce reps for a longer period of time, think, how long can I do a wall sit? How long can I hold a plank? How many push-ups can I do in a minute? Things like that. That's going to be muscular endurance. And again, that has a different strategy, different number of weights, different number of reps. And so I'm going to kind of break down percentages, rep counts, and duration or time under tension for each of these 3 different categories. And so let's start at the top with strength. Again, this is if you are looking to be able to lift more for 1 rep. If you're looking to increase your bench press, you're looking to increase your back squat. How do I just purely increase my strength? When it comes to this, you want to think about a rep range of about 2 to 8 reps or so in order to maximize your strength, or a total amount of working time of 10 to 20 seconds. Because doing 2 to 8 reps might only take 10 seconds. Maybe it takes closer to 20 seconds, but if you get past that, then it's not going to be pure strength, because pure strength is just about how much force can I produce for a rep. And then one of the things I need to backtrack a little bit on is when it comes to selecting the weight for how many reps or for how much time you should do, I'm going to throw out some percentages, and those percentages are based off of what your 1 rep max is. And so to really get as detailed and as specific as possible for each of us to be able to select the appropriate weights, we kind of need to know where we currently stand. And if you can initially do a 1 rep max or a 2 rep max or a 3 or a 4 or a 5 or something in the low rep range, and then get an estimation of what your 1 rep max is, then you can select weight choices based off of that 1 rep max. And so if you're looking to build strength, let's say my current 1 rep max for bench press is 250. Okay, so if I can do 250 pounds for 1 rep, what weight should I use when I'm working out in order to be able to increase that number? Okay, so I would take 250, and then I would take 75% of that, anywhere between 75 and 95% of that, and that's what I would be using when I'm working out. Initially in my training, I would use like 75%, and then I would work up kind of week after week after week, and I'd get to a certain point where I'm really high in weight, and then I'd kind of come back down, and then I would build back up, so on and so forth. And so when it comes to strength, think 75 to 95% of your 1 rep max for 2 to 8 reps or 10 to 20 seconds per set. Then when it comes to hypertrophy, so hypertrophy means increasing muscle size. So if you're looking to build muscle, the strategy is going to look a little bit different when it comes to the weight selection, the rep count, and the time under tension. And time under tension means the amount of time that your working muscle is working and it's not resting. And so it's essentially how long the set takes. However, if you're just resting in between reps within a set, then that's where it gets thrown off a little bit. So you kind of have to be consistently working for this amount of time and for this duration during the set. So for hypertrophy, this is based off of your 1 rep max. Again, you want to use somewhere of around 65 to 85% of your 1 rep max. And so to keep numbers easy, let's say your 1 rep max for bench press is 100 pounds. Okay, then you're going to use maybe 65 pounds. And then the rep range is going to be anywhere between 5 and 20. Now, 20 is a little bit on the higher side of that rep range, but you can still see muscle building up at that higher rep range. But more traditionally, people say more like 8 to 15 reps for hypertrophy. So if your 1 rep max for bench is 100, you can probably do 65 for anywhere between 12 and 15 reps. And then if you go up to 70 or 75%, maybe you do that for more like 8, 10, 12 reps. I know I'm using even numbers. It's fine to do odd number of reps. Plenty of times I do sets of 9. Plenty of times I do sets of 11. Plenty of times I do sets of 7. Right? It's not super important that you hit an even number. I want to make sure that's clear. So for hypertrophy, building muscle, think 65 to 85% of your 1 rep max. Think 5 to 20 reps, or maybe a little bit more specifically like 8 to 15. And then think time under tension, or your sets lasting about 30 to 60 seconds. And then lastly, when it comes to muscular endurance, this is, again, think how many push-ups can you do in a row? How long can you do a wall sit? How many body weight squats can you do without stopping? Think 50 to 65% of your 1 rep max. Think 10 plus reps, probably more like 15, 20 plus reps. And then time under tension, or your set lasting 45 plus seconds. And again, this is essentially your body's ability to fight off fatigue and for you to be able to keep going. Now, this is not running. Muscular endurance is not running. It's not how long you can run. It's not how long you can swim. It's not how long you can bike. It's how long you can do these reps for of these particular exercises, or how long you can do an isometric hold in the case of a plank or in the case of a wall sit, let's say. So again, muscular endurance, 50 to 65%, 10 plus reps, 45 plus seconds per set. I'm going to go back through it again, but the reason why this is so important is because oftentimes when it comes to whatever goals that we have in life, it's easy to determine, generally speaking, what it is that we need to do. And then we start to do that thing, but we lack intentionality behind how we do it. And so I really believe that it's not just about what you do, it's about how you do it. And it's not just about how you do it, it's about how you do it when you get uncomfortable. It's about, are you using the appropriate weights towards the end of the workout when you're tired, when you're fatigued, and you're kind of your brain is starting to not operate at as high of a level as it had been in the beginning of the workout. So are you still taking pride in how you're doing what you're doing when you're uncomfortable? So let me again run through these percentages and reps and stuff real quick. If you're looking to build strength, increase, let's say, your 1 rep max on an exercise, you want to use 75 to 95% of your 1 rep max for 2 to 8 reps or 10 to 20 seconds per set. Looking to build muscle, hypertrophy, think 65 to 85% of your 1 rep max for anywhere between 5 and 20 reps, or maybe 8 to 15 is more specifically within that range, and then 30 to 60 seconds per set. If you're looking to build muscular endurance, again, think how many push-ups can I do in a row? Think wall sits, think planks. Then 50 to 65% of your 1 rep max for 10 plus reps, maybe more like 15, 20 plus reps, or 45 plus seconds. Remember, it's not just about what you do, it's about how you do it. So next time you go to your workout class, next time you go to the gym, don't just pick up the same weight that you've always done in the past just because it's what you've always done in the past. Make sure you select the weight because it's the weight that's appropriate for you and your goals. It's so, so important. If you're looking to take it to the next level and you're looking to prevent any kind of plateau from happening in your fitness and your performance and in your body composition, make sure you're stretching yourself and you're pushing yourself to the next level. If you need to help pushing yourself to the next level, I'm so excited to announce, this is the first time announcing it, that I'm going to be doing Instagram live workouts starting April 21st. Instagram live workouts starting April 21st. You guys make sure you follow me on Instagram if you don't already at carrier_bestyou, and you can hop on with me on Friday, April 21st at 6 a.m. and you can crush a 20-minute workout with me. All you need to do is bring a set of dumbbells to the table. You can do it at your home. You can do it at your gym. You can do it at your anywhere. Your home, your gym, your anywhere, and we can knock out this workout together. At carrier_bestyou, make sure you're following me. Make sure you set a calendar reminder for yourself and join me on April 21st at 6 a.m. But y'all, I hope today's information helps you get closer and closer to your health and fitness goals and your body composition goals, and I hope it ultimately gets you closer and closer to your best you.